Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Applied Forensic Science for Justice Student Group. This is Muskan Singhal, volunteer of this group, to tell you about forensic examination of footprint at crime scene. We will here study a brief introduction of footprint, what footprints actually is, its characteristics, prevention of foot wear and impressions, what footprints can tell us. Introduction. Analysis of foot wear characteristics, impression and track waste can provide important evidences in a crime scene investigation. Foot wear impression reflects the real activity of individuals and can reveal pattern of activity in the order in which they occurred, despite lack of other documentation of the crime scene. Now suppose there are two types of footprint we have found at a crime scene, A and B. Picture A suggests that it's a clear impression in the sand, and picture B suggests it's the impression on the floor having the blood stain. Footprint analysis is a simple and cost-effective method to identify a person in forensic context. Footprint is one of the valuable physical evidences left by the criminals at the crime scene. Offenders stand to remove their footwear to avoid noise while committing crimes and to gain better grip while climbing walls and fast escaping. Useful information can be obtained from foot impressions evidence. Footprints are of great value in establishing the identity of the criminals in forensic investigation. We are most often confused between the three terms, its footprints, hoof prints and shoe prints. So let's clear them. Footprints are the impressions or images left behind a person walking or running. See the picture on very left hand side. It's a footprint impression. Now comes to the hoof print. Hoof print and paw prints are those left by the animals with hoofs or paws rather than feet. Now see the middle picture. It's an example of hoof print. Shoe prints. It is a specific term for prints made by shoes. They may be either be indentations in the ground or something placed onto the surface that was stuck to the bottom of the foot. Now see the right hand side picture. It is an example of shoe print. Now comes to characteristics. There are basically two types of characteristics, class characteristics and individual characteristics. As the name class suggests, it is the characteristics of a company, of a whole variety. It is the characteristics that repeat during the manufacturing process are shared by one or the more shoes. These include size, design, mold character, and etc. These characteristics groups the shoe in the category. When we come to individual characteristics, that suggest a unique characteristics owned by that particular shoe. Unique, accidental, random damage on the outside that is the result of its use and wear. These nicks and scratches are in the outside accidentally and in a completely random shape, orientation and position. Now let's talk about their differences. Class characteristics. It symbolizes the whole group. Not useful in investigations. FBI has created a separate database. Investigator contact companies in this case. Individual character. It symbolizes a unique character. Plays important role in investigation. No such database required by the FBI. Investigator have to do comparison or have suspect. Now let's see the reference picture 1. It has some unique mark on the bottom, on the sole of the shoe, which indicates its individual characteristics. And we come to the reference picture 2. It is a variety of soles, variety of bottoms, which indicates a class characteristics of that class. Now let's see about how we can prevent foot wear and impressions. There are basically three methods. First, we will talk about photography. We can preserve footprint by clicking picture. It will help us to see detailed image when crime scene will be disturbed. As foot impression does not stay for a long time, therefore it is necessary to capture an impression. Second, how to capture two-dimensional. Two-dimensional prints are also called as latent print. Difficult to preserve? Two-dimensional impressions on materials such as tile floors, foot floors or chairs. Powder is applied with a brush to make the print more visible, and then tape or a lifting machine records a visual of the impression. Now comes the last, most effective and most difficult way, that is casting. To recover larger three-dimensional impression such as tire marks or footprint left in the muddy conditions, experts use casting. The process works in very much same way as an orthodontist makes a model of its patient's teeth. A substance is poured into impression, hardened and then removed, providing a cast of the print on the ground. Investigators use a variety of products to create cast, but Dantel stone in fact is widely considered the best casting material due to its strength, accuracy and ease of use. As available equipment and techniques of forensic science improve, many in the field are realizing the importance of impression evidences. Although easy to overlook and difficult to locate, footprints and other impression evidences left at the scene of the crime are typically even more prevalent than fingerprints, and they can provide important clues to the mysterious cases. C. A substance is poured in the impression, hardened and then taken out. What footprints can tell us? First, number of criminals. We can study how many shoe print and footprint are present at the crime scene and can easily calculate the number of criminals. Second, entry and exit of criminal. We can analyze the position of the shoe print to determine the entry point and exit point of the criminal. Third, position of suspect, victims and witness. Fourth, direction of movement at crime scene. Fifth, sequence of manner, that is, a suspect is running, walking or standing. Link between the locations, and lastly, the body structure. Thank you, Applied Forensic Science for Justice Student Group.